Hi, my name is Ariel Lynch, and I'm excited to have you join our webinar today on Trucking 101. Together, we will explore the ins and outs of the Evans network of companies, sharing valuable insights into our operations and the services we provide. So, let's get started on this journey through the world of trucking. From 1939, as a single truck operation in Pottsville, Pennsylvania, Evans has grown to be a leader in transportation and logistics in North America. With the support of our customers and in conjunction with our agents, truck owners, and drivers, the Evans network operates across the United States, providing container drayage, full truckload, flatbed, LTL slash final mile, and many other logistics solutions. As you can see from the map displayed to the left, the Evans network of companies has several office locations across the East Coast and the United States. In Schuylkill Haven, Pennsylvania, this office provides business support services for agents working in the Evans Agent Portal. These include almost all of the drayage agents and many domestic truckload and brokerage agents. Some departments support the entire network, such as safety, IT, legal, and HR. In Fort Mill, South Carolina, this office handles safety functions and is an extension of the Schuylkill Haven Safety Department. In Peachtree City, Georgia, this office handles credit and collections for all non McLeod business. In Jacksonville, Florida, this office provides agent support services including safety and compliance, driver recruiting and onboarding services, and houses collection personnel. We have a West Motor Freight office in Boyertown, Pennsylvania. This is a domestic truckload dispatch, operations, and brokerage office operating approximately 50 trucks. This office also provides agent support to a select number of domestic truckload agents and maintains a fleet of company owned trailers used by West and by several agents. There are a small number of company drivers with West Motor Freight. ARC Transit has an office located in Wilmington, North Carolina. ARC is a third party logistic provider of container drayage services. ARC acts as a single point of contact for its customers, securing loads for Evans agents and outside drayage carriers. DM Transportation has an office in Boyertown, Pennsylvania. This is also a third party logistics provider of LTL slash final mile services. Great White, located in Langhorne, Pennsylvania, provides business support services for agents working in the Great Edge and McLeod system. The Great White agents provide van and flatbed full truckload and brokerage services. New Age Logistics has two offices, one located in Palatine, Illinois, and Lakeland, Florida. New Age provides multimodal brokerage services. And last, Packard Transport slash Packard Logistics in Canaan, Illinois. Packard provides agent support services for the Packard flatbed agents and brokers freight to outside carriers. Our operations network consists of entrepreneurs and professionals with expertise in providing customized solutions and nimble execution for any transportation needs. We have multiple brands to help spread the value of the network across the entire country. Think of the Mars Candy Company. They are the parent company to Snickers, Skittles, Milky Way, and more. Same here. This allows agents to have their own identity in the same locations as other agents. So let's think of a franchise as an example. Imagine our agents own a McDonald's location. Each owners have their own LLC slash company. They operate their business independently, and the Evans Corporate works as an administrative service, the parent company, for their success. Or think of it this way: the number one taxi service in America has no cars. Who is it? Uber. Uber drivers own their own cars and are considered independent contractors, just like our Owner operators own their own trucks. Our agents own their own business, which involves a fleet of trucks. So now you have a business in a business in a business. The owner operator working for another business, the agents working for the parent company, which is Evans Corporate. The Evans network of companies is the largest intermodal trade provider in the United States. Savannah and Charleston are the biggest ports. Charleston stands out as one of the earliest ports in the United States, dating back to the original 13 colonies. It's been a central hub for trade ever since and continues to be a key entry point with high volume and truck activity. New York and New Jersey is the largest as it serves the tri state, a densely populated and economically critical region, resulting in high concentration of freight volume. As you can see, Chicago also has a high volume of freight, which is primarily due to the railroads. With the power of the network, Evans is available to provide the following services to our customers. Intermodal drayage is the transportation of freight, which uses multiple modes of transportation, such as rails, ships, and trucks. Our intermodal division has locations in all major East Coast ports and major inland port locations. Truckload service is the movement of large amounts of cargo, generally the amount necessary to fill an entire semi trailer or intermodal container. Our domestic division of Evans has a network with equipment including flatbeds, vans, reefers, and specialized equipment. Flatbed trucking is a service available for oversized or wide load items. It's great to use for transporting heavy machinery. A flatbed's design allows for cranes and forklifts to load goods from all angles. Next is capacity solutions. Brokerage services use a carrier to haul freight. Brokerage agents are an intermediary between a shipper who has goods to transport and a carrier who has the trucks. Agents do not transport the property nor assume responsibility. The carrier provides their own equipment, auto liability, and cargo insurance. And last but not least is our LTL and final mile services. LTL stands for less than load. This is a load for transportation of a particular amount of freight, typically has separate shipments being transported on one truck. Final mile is the movement of products from the transportation hub to its destination. So let's go over some of the equipment types. First up in our top left corner, we have a container. A container is a rectangular box. It can be 20 to 40 to 45 feet long. Sometimes a container can come as open top or flat rack. The container's configurations are to accommodate different types and sizes of cargo. Next, in the middle, in the top middle, we have a reefer. A reefer is a temperature controlled container or trailer. In the case of a container, a genset or chassis with special generator is required to mount reefer on. So, most of the time, if you do see chassis build on a reefer, you'll see a genset chassis charge, which is a little more expensive than our regular daily chassis charges you'll see. Flatbed is a type of truck bed that is flat and open, without sides or roof, designed for carrying various types of cargo, especially those that are oversized or require loading from multiple angles. Next up on our bottom left corner, we have chassis. Chassis is a special trailer or undercarriage used to transport ocean containers over the road. A chassis will be necessary for a shipment traveling by truck and will incur a chassis fee. Now in our bottom middle, we have the SSL, which is the steamship line. Steamship lines are the companies that operate ocean ships that haul, imports, or export containers from port to port. They own the containers we haul through interchange agreements. And last is the dry van. A dry van is a type of enclosed semi trailer used to transport goods that do not require temperature control like the reefer. It's a common sight on the road, often seen hauling a variety of non perishable items. Enoch agents are entrepreneurs, small business owners, fathers, mothers, and children. Agents come on with us and run our flag with their trucks, operations, and customer service functions related to product deliveries, planning, scheduling, transportation, tracking, and reporting. Whenever products must get to one location from another, our agents arrange for transportation and scheduling. So, think of our agents as a business partner of ours that operates their own trucking center and operates under the Evans Operating Authority, insurance, cash flow, safety compliance, and etc. And usually by recruiting owner operators to haul freight for their customers and those we bring them. So, why would an agent want to be a part of the network of companies? And it's simple. We provide a lot of benefits for the agent, such as operating costs. It's reduced in the lowered risk profile by eliminating the need for the back office. Revenue acceleration, approximately 20% increase for all new agents. Platform capabilities, enhanced value propositions to shipping customers. With all these advantages is the reason why time after time agents are partnering with the Evans network of companies. So, how does it all work? The customer will tender a load to the agent. The agent will then enter the load into the system, assign a driver, complete requirements, bill the customer, and pays the driver. From there, the driver carries the shipment to the listed destinations assigned by the agents or dispatcher. So, we have customers that come to the agents with loads. We have some customers that come to Evans, and Evans will connect them with an agent in their area that can tender the load for them. And some agents come with a customer. They have some customers that they have a business relationship that they bring into the network. No matter how the customer gets to Evans, we want to make sure we are treating them with the best customer service. We want to try to treat our customers and our agents and our drivers as a customer of the Evans network. Instead of using a leased owned truck with their agency, agents can broker a load with an outside carrier that has been approved to move freight with Evans. Once a carrier is approved, they will be assigned a unique identifier called a V code. A V code is like the driver or truck numbers. Evans uses this assigned V code to pay the carrier for their services. So a broker is like a driver. This is someone who is going to deliver that load for the agent. So if the agent may not have a truck available in that area, they can go to Evans and look up a carrier to use their truck to move the load for their customer. And that would be called a brokered load. And when I first started here, there weren't a lot of brokered loads, but now as we're moving into the future, you'll see brokered loads happening a lot as you're working your accounts. So this is something that is new and is taking off. So it's very important to know the difference between an agent using a leased on truck or using a carrier. Intercompany loads are a part of the capacity solutions by offering brokered loads to our sister agents. So, an intercompany loads are moves arranged and handled by two of our sister company agents. For example, an Evans agent, the broker, accepts a load from a customer but doesn't have the capacity to move the load. They then contract a West agent, the carrier, who dispatches a truck and handles the delivery. The Evans agent, the broker, will bill your customer, and the West agent, the carrier, the agent who hauled the load, will bill the Evans agent. To the right, you'll see the bill to codes for four of our largest intercompany moves. There's two accounts on Evans and two accounts on West. So our first Evans account, we have an Evans agent the carrier hauling for an Evans agent, the broker. And then on west, we'll have a west agent, the carrier hauling for an Evans agent, the broker. And then back to Evans, this time you'll have an Evans agent as the carrier, but they're hauling for a west agent who is the broker. And then last on West, we'll have a West agent as the carrier, hauling for a West agent, which is the broker. So, where does the AR specialist fit in this picture? So, we provide the following services. We assist with collections by monitoring outstanding invoices, contacting customers and agents regarding overdue balances, and implementing collection strategies, such as filing on the customer's bond or third party collections. We also serve as a point of contact for agents and customers regarding payment inquiries, billing issues, paperwork requests, and other related concerns. We also assist with compliance. We are here to ensure the agent's compliance with customer billing requirements and procedures by providing updated SOPs, which is a standard operating procedure. One of our biggest tasks is dispute resolution. We investigate and resolve billing disputes by communicating with the customer and the agent to find solutions. And last but certainly not least, we generate reports. We prepare reports on accounts receivable statuses and aging. We keep detailed records of invoice statuses, disputes, adjustments, and agent risk accounts. The AR team has an amazing support team to help them along the way. The billing team is responsible for any special billing or special handling required by the customer. This includes statement invoicing, website invoicing, and special needs for paperwork handling. Special paperwork handling includes manual document upload and doc typing per customer requirements. The Cash App team applies all the payments received by customers, manages unapplied cash, and handles all adjustments to the open invoices. This team also assists with issuing refunds to customers. The collections team manages the workflow for any requests from agents or customers related to billing, corrections, invoice requests, and running credit card payments. And last, our credit team reviews credit applications and credit reports to determine if a customer is qualified for a line of credit and will set credit limits based on that review. The team also reviews credit limits for increases and decreases as volume moves up and down. All of this, included with our AR specialist function, is part of the agent advantage. The following is a list of common terms that you may hear from your customers or agents as you are working the accounts. For a complete list of common terms and acronyms, please check out the collections training folder for that list. But for now, I just picked out some of the most common to go over since we don't have that much time together. So, charges that are not included in the base rate for trucking services, such as fuel surcharge, hazmat surcharge, use of a triaxle chassis, detention time, etc., is known as an accessorial fee. The three-letter unique identifier that is in front of our six-digit pro number is our agent code. Each agency has their own unique code. This is how we can tell who billed the invoices so we know who to contact if and when there are any disputes. A chassis split is when an empty container is to be returned to one CY or depot, and the container is removed and the chassis is split for return to another location. Generally, an additional charge for this will be billed to your customers. Demurrage. This is the cost incurred when a container is not removed from the port terminal, rail facility, or container depot within the allotted free time, or as referred to, the last free day, LFD. These charges are per day and usually are very costly. Detention. Normally, a predetermined amount of free time is established for unloading while a driver waits for a live unload at the consignee. When unloading takes longer, detention is billed at an hourly rate. These charges are often disputed if the customer is not notified at the time detention occurs. Drayage is the transportation of goods over a short distance. Drop and hook. When a driver delivers a loaded container to a site where there are empty containers, he will simply unhook from his loaded container and hook up to the empty for return. No unload wait time is needed, and it can also happen in the reverse on an export load. EDI, which is Electronic Data Interchange, exchange of business documents in standard electronic format. It's the transportation industry. EDI consists of invoices, statuses, tender acceptance, and acknowledgments. Fuel surcharge, either a percentage of the base rate of the transportation of goods or cents per mile for the same. This fluctuates with the price of fuel to compensate the driver when the price of fuel rises and reduces the cost to the shipper when the fuel prices drop. A lane. We all hear this often. We'll see our customers reaching out to an agent and they're asking, can you give me your rates for that lane? So, a lane is a major route between cities or transportation hubs that a carrier covers on a regular schedule. Lanes can travel in any direction connecting two or more cities or hubs. LFD is a term that you'll often see referenced in emails when you're handling some storage or detention disputes. LFD stands for the last free day possible to pick up a container before storage begins at that facility. So it's very important that our customers are communicating those last free days to the agent so they can get those containers moved in time before storage fees apply. Per diem. When a container is outgated from a port or rail facility, there is a finite amount of free time that is allowed, generally a few days, but some larger shippers get as many as 20 or more days free. If the container is returned after free time expires, a per diem charge applies. POD, proof of delivery. This is a document signed by the consignee that the cargo has been delivered in full and in good condition. This paperwork should be signed and dated and uploaded into the backup for each load. Storage. Rail facilities have a last free day that is usually 1 to 3 days after arrival or unloading the train. If the container is not picked up by the last free day, storage charges occur. A street turn. This is when a container used for a delivery, usually a live unload, is immediately used for another pickup, a live load, without returning to the port or the rail. This must be authorized in writing by the steamship line that owns the container. TIR, also known as in-gate or out-gate. This is a trailer interchange receipt documenting taking out and returning of containers and chassis. So we use a lot of these in our chassis disputes when we want to verify how many days that chassis was used by that container for that customer. CONU, truck order not used. This is an accessorial charge that applies when a shipper is unable to utilize the truck that they ordered. This charge ranges based on how much a trucker is inconvenienced by these issues. Triaxle. A triaxle is a chassis with an additional axle to haul heavy loads that would be over the legal axle weight on a standard chassis. So most of the time, if you have an overweight fee billed on the invoice and chassis was used, you will possibly see a triaxle chassis fee, which normally is billed at a higher rate than our daily chassis charges. Work order, also known as WO, and sometimes is referred to as the delivery order. This document is sent to us from our customer requesting that we provide drayage services for their loads. Sometimes our work orders may have a rate confirmation on it as well. This is also a document that should be uploaded and scanned in the backup of an invoice. And thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule today to watch our webinar on Trucking 101. I hope I was able to answer some questions about how the Evans network of companies and works and how the AAR fits into that grand picture. To reinforce your learning, we invite you to participate in a short quiz. Follow the link in the description to take the quiz. And again, thank you for your time. And if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. Have a great day.